Hey guys, this is Naveen here. Welcome back to Naveen Automation Labs. So we are going to talk about one very important stuff today, that is Bug Magnet, which is helping you to generate some test data that we are going to use in real time. For example, credit card information I really want to use with the JCB card or maybe Visa card or Mastercard for Stripe payment gateway or PayPal or anything, and I really want to use that. So in that case, we can easily generate the data, because what we do, we don't test these applications with the real-time data that is being used by the actual users or actual customers, because what we do, just simply 6-digit credit card number or some random CVV number that we add, and then we see obviously payment will not happen in that case, because your payment gateway is also not able to recognize that particular card. So we really want to make sure that I'm using the Visa dummy card or test card or Mastercard dummy card that I'm going to use, and then how exactly the payment is happening or not in the lower environment. So that is what we can do that. A couple of other scenarios, for example, let's say I really want to generate some Chinese characters or some Unicode characters in my email ID, in my first name, last name, some Latin American characters that I want to use, because in Latin American countries, they have the name with the Latin characters or Latin American characters with O. You must have seen some double dot is there, on top of E there is a dot is there, and then how to generate that kind of test data while filling the registration form, while filling the product information form or something like this. Whenever you have to enter your address details, some Unicode characters that you are using, or maybe some Arabic characters, Chinese, Japanese characters that you are using. So do we have that kind of data or not? Let's say you really want to enter some negative testing with white space, with tabbing, with the numbers, with the combination of different numbers, spatial characters, and some white space and the tabs. And you really want to check that how exactly my application is behaving when I submit this form with these kind of characters. Is it really picking or not? Because user can come from anywhere, right? Globally. They are coming from China, they are coming from, let's say, Latin American countries, or maybe some Middle East, where people are using Arabic characters or Japanese characters. So your application should be able to handle that. It's a part of the requirement. Then you should be able to handle in that way also. Then other case, let's see, SQL injection or SQL injection or cross-site scripting that if you really want to use for the login page, for the registration page, for the product information, make sure that my application should not pick that kind of exploit strings, or maybe vulnerability scripts, or let's see broken link that I'm passing, or I'm passing some broken HTML code that I'm passing, or maybe I'm generating some alert or the prompt. So that is also important test case, and we generally don't do that because maybe we don't have any test data for that. So we can just really want a quick handy tool or maybe extension which is always generating a data on my application. Doesn't matter which application that you are using, either it is React or Angular or any kind of application, just simple generate that data and then start using it. So this plugin is very interesting that I really found. I really found it very interesting, and you can also use it. So varieties of data, valid, invalid email ID, varieties of different invalid email IDs with IP address, with 2 characters, domain name with different varieties of domain name, with dot, without dot, dot, before there is a dot. So there are so many combinations. You can just quickly check that if you're doing a manual testing, and then this will give you some out of box test data, and then you can just start using it and then check your application, and I'm pretty much sure that you will find some amazing interesting bugs over there, and then you can just make your application stable with that. You can easily serve your serve the customer with the right product quality, and make sure that okay, you're not getting these kind of bugs from the production, because if you're getting these bugs from the production, then it's a question on you always that why didn't you test this scenario? Why didn't you test with this kind of test data? So just let's explore this tool, explore this simple plugin, very lightweight. 30,000 people are already using it, having 4.5 star rating on Chrome Store. If you can easily justify to the management also to use this particular plugin if they are having any issues with that, and I'm pretty much sure you will like it. It's very handy, very lightweight. So let's see how exactly it works. So what you just need to do, you just search for Bug Magnet on Google Chrome extension. So you can just simply go to Google, and then you simply search for Bug Magnet. and it's absolutely free. You don't need to pay anything, and this is a Chrome extension available, and you can see that more than 30,000 people they have used, and the rating is amazingly good. And just need to do what? Just click on add to Chrome. When we click on add to Chrome, add extension, and then after that this will be added over here, just like we do other extensions. Same thing will be added over here as well. So somewhere once it is downloaded, it will be added over here. So it's still checking, and then if it is already available, then it will be added there. Okay, so now I can see that yeah, has been added to Chrome, and then you can just simply click on it, this icon, and then you can search for this here, and you can pin it. Once you pin it, it will be visible over here. Now I'll do one thing. When you click on it, you don't need to click on it. You simply say, okay, click on bug magnet. It will give you some information about it. It will open this bugmagnet.org and how exactly it works, some basic features and all such things that's written over here. But we will do some real-time testing over here. So let's do one thing. Let's go to some application. Let's see, I'll go to this application. This is the open card hosted on my domain, and then you just simply go to registration page. On registration page, I really want to enter some data in my first name, last name, some password and all such things. And I really want to do some out of box string testing or text I really want to enter over here. So what you just need to do, when you right click on it, it will give you this option bug magnet, just like we have other extensions like selector sub for copy XPath and everything. So now you have bug magnet also. And then this bug magnet, it's giving you many options. See, lorems, lanes, postcodes, cities and email address. With email address also different varieties of combination you can add, URLs, numbers, and then so many things are there. So let's see, this is the first name, and I really want to enter the name with maybe some Latin name having this John O. Grady, and if you see after this O, the single quote is there, or maybe with double quote is there, because in some Latin American names you can see some special character above E, there is a dot, what do you call it, like something like this. You can see that Vozonovic, and then this E, and then some ROMER, and see the character O. So these are some special characters, and this application is really taking those characters or not. So let's say I'm just using it, so immediately it will just add it over here. So you don't need to search for that on Google, and then you can check that okay, this application is supported with these kind of characters or not, because user can enter any data, right? User maybe from Latin American countries, if your application is being used by Latin American people, and then in that case they have to enter the first name and the last name like that. So let's see, for example, same thing for the last name also. Again, right click, go to bug magnet, and I'm going to name, and then let's see this one, and then this time I'm adding something, some unusual characters like this, see number 16, this one, or some 2.0, something like that, or maybe some other character set, some Japanese character that I'm going to enter. So it will enter the Japanese character as well. I really want to enter some email ID. So it will give you varieties of email ID. For example, you go to email address, valid, with all these valid combinations, and then invalid also. See, no @ missing @ missing address, garbage, copy paste from address book with name, superfluous text, to @. So let's see 2 @. So it will add you email @domain @domain.com. So obviously this is wrong. So your application should give you the error over here that okay, hey, this is the wrong email address or wrong format. So you don't need to create different combinations and copy paste. You can just super simple here, just right click and then add this particular email ID or any specific other email ID that you really want to enter. For example, let's try with some other email ID. Let's see, I'll go to email address once again. I'll go to invalid section, and I'll say Unicode characters in address. So see, some Unicode characters @domain.com. Now telephone number will be 10-digit number, or some numbers will be there. So let's see for numbers what exactly they have given. So numbers, that is what they have given. You can add 0, and then some range, specific range that they have given. And see, they are given the range in the form of some byte and integer range also that they have given. And then this is the integer range, this is a long range, and in the form of exponential data also you can add it 0.01, 234, because in some countries they use 1 comma format or maybe 1 dot format. That also you can use it, because in US they use this particular format. In India we don't use that, we just simply use the plain phone number format. So you can use either of them, and then you can check your application is accepting these kind of numbers or not. So let's say I'm using this one. This is the telephone number that I have used. So this is let's say 89, and then I'm saying let's see 99 over here. If you really want to add it from your side, you can add it also. Let's talk about the password. So again, go to bug magnet, and then password also. Let's see if you really want to enter with some names or maybe some Lawrence or some Latin password or Hindi password that you really want to enter, you can add that as well. Okay, so or if you really want to type your own password, that also you can pass it. So let's say I'm passing my own password. Let's see test123 and then test123 once again. Right, and then when I click on privacy policy and then click on continue. So let's see, it's saying for email address immediately application is giving you the error. It means my application, this form, is able to handle this email address @ should not contain the symbol this one, right? So this is not allowed here. Actually, this is the invalid email ID, right? So let's see some other combination of email address also. Let's go to bug magnet and then go to email address. Some valid combinations if you really want to see. You can see that dash in domain. See, domain-1.com, that also you can enter. So let's see, this is a valid one and my application is taking or not. So I click on continue and then yes, absolutely correct. You can see your account has been created successfully. Perfect. And then you can just go to my account and then you can check your account information. If you really want to check that, you can see that, okay, all the details are seen over here. So first name, last name, whatever we have entered, it's exactly visible, and then all the valid details that we have entered. And in this application, the telephone format is also taking like this. So like this also we can enter that. Now let's say I really want to change my email now. So I'll just update my information once again. Let's see some more combination. Go to bug magnet and then email address invalid, and let's see in the form of invalid IP format. See, this is totally wrong with the IP format, IP address format. If your application is taking it, that's a bug actually. So let's see my application is taking or not. So see, email address does not appear to be a valid email ID. So it's giving you the error over here. So there are various combinations, you can check it. Your valid or invalid email ID. So let's see valid one, I'm again using, let's see a numeric address, this one, some numeric number @domain.com. Is it a valid one? Yes, it's a valid one. So it's actually taken and then saying, yeah, successfully done. So like this also, you can simply do that. So there are various things where you have to, let's see, make some purchase. So I'll search for MacBook here and I click on, let's see, MacBook Pro here. I click on add to cart, go to shopping cart, and after shopping cart, I really want to use the coupon code. There are some validation that you really want to enter, or some country, or let's see, whenever you have to fill the specific form, you can just simply use these combinations. Same thing for the search also, you can use it over here. So especially for the form submission, and whenever you have to search something, whenever you have to enter something on the web page, you can use this kind of data here. So let's try a couple of other things. Let's go to bug magnet once again, and then see that's saying that some Hindi characters also. You can say ek jaldi, whatever it's written, lomdi alsi kutte pe kutta, whatever that you really want to enter, that you can just simply enter, and then you can check that it's really searching or not. Although obviously if you don't have the data, obviously it will not give you the result over here, but you can see Latin characters, Arabic characters also, you can search for it, and then you can just check. It's saying the search is not breaking, actually it's giving the result properly, that hey, we don't have any criteria match with this particular character. It's not like your application got crashed with this kind of characters. So you should always check these kind of use cases as well. So let's see if you really want to enter some other Lawrence, let's see Chinese character. With Chinese character, maybe your server is not able to recognize, or maybe internally your SQL is throwing some exception. Then in that case, it's entirely gone, and then on the UI, user is getting some exception, something like this. But here, see, it's saying this particular search criteria does not match. So my application is actually taking care of it. So you can easily check these kind of things. Now I'll do one thing. I'll just simply log out and I go to registration page once again, or let's see login page once again. And if you really want to do some, let's see some exploits queries, let's see SQL injection or JS script injection, or cross-site scripting also, if you really want to inject with single quote or double quote, some parsing, broken HTML, that also you can just simply check, because these are the important checks. 3 + 3, 6 test cases you can easily check for each and every text field for the security testing point of view. For example, let's see if I'm writing SQL injection, see it's saying drop table students. So you can just enter your table name. Let's see, in my case, let's see customer is a table. I can easily check. Let's see if I'm writing this, and let's see I'm writing my name is Naveen, and then whatever the password that I'm writing, let's see test 123, it should not drop the table. It's immediately give you some error that, okay, hey, no match for email address or this. It means the security is handled here. If I'm entering any SQL injection also, this application is taking care of it. But if your application is dropping the table, then it's a big the security issue in your application. For the login point of view, anyone can drop the entire table and the entire data is gone from the database in that case, right? So that also we can check it. Let's see some other things. You go to format exploits. If you really want to enter, let's see some cross-site scripting with single quote. Let's see this one, prompt. And when you click on login, again, this application is taking care of it. So sometimes what happens that prompt is what? See, I'll show you what do you mean by prompt. You go to inspect and go to console here. Let me just put it down here. And when you write prompt here, okay, just like we have alert method, right? In the alert method, we pass anything. Let's see if I'm passing Naveen, so it will generate an alert. Same thing with the prompt also. Prompt is also another kind of JavaScript alert. So I'll write, let's see, prompt, and then prompt with, I'm writing hi Naveen with single quote or double quote, whatever you are writing. So see, this is a prompt, and then it's asking one data also here. So this is like maybe a hacker is inserting some JavaScript code or JavaScript prompting code here, and it's generating an alert, and then whatever you are entering, and then he's trying to fetch it over here. See, whatever data, it got fetched over here. So these kind of things also you can check it for the security testing point of view, and then they are actually coming under SQL injection or cross-site scripting injection. So you can see with double quote also you can check that HTML parsing, some parsing that you are passing, that's the broken HTML parsing, or blink hello there. Although it will not blink because my application is taking care of it, but in some application, the moment you type this thing and then let's say go to registration and I simple say first name, and when you click on continue, it will start blinking this. But right now it's totally wrong. First name must be in 1 or 32 characters. So I have already given a check over here, so that's why it's taking care of it. But you can check in your application, is it really picking these things or not, right? So likewise, there are many exploits are available. Broken HTML parsing that you can write. Let's see, broken HTML, they can inject any broken HTML, and then you can check that it's really working or not, it's taking care of broken HTML or not, right? So these things are very important, and then you don't need to generate the data for that. It's simple, very straightforward. You can just go and check. Although it's not giving many HTML parsing example, every time it will give you the same example, but at least you are checking first time, and then you're finding an issue, then you can go with some other examples as well. Some Unicode characters, let's see if you really want to enter, looks like latinfakeapple.com, and with this one, so see with some spaces coming like that. Okay, so there are various combinations, you can check it here. Let's see some amount that you really want to enter, 5,000 with the dollar with comma, that also we can add it here like this. So this is also nice. So there are various things. Let's say I really want to enter an invalid URL. So this is some invalid URL. See here the colon is missing after this. So various invalid URLs, you can quickly check that. So you don't need to type. It will be super easy for you to just select it, valid or invalid, and then check that my application is taking or not. So let's see some cities. It's saying some Scandi letters. So see, it's using like this for the city point of view, because there are some cities written with this Scandi name over here like that. So that also we can use it here. So there are various different combinations you can just try. I'm not going to cover each and every one, but let's see mixing tabs and space like this. So it's having some tab and spaces that it's using, and then I'm checking is it really accepting or not. So if you really want to use such things, you can use it over here. Now I'll give you one more example. Let's go to my application. For example, let's see, let's go to academy.naveenautomationlabs.com. There is one payment page. So you simply go to store, and let's say I really want to take some courses. For example, let's see this one. Okay, I really want to make some payment for this. So it's having GIT courses and everything. If you really want to take, you can just take it in $6.99. Click on add to cart, click on proceed. It's having all the Git videos and more than 150 PDFs are there. And then when you trying to make the payment, it's giving you the page over here. It's associated with the payment gateway, that is stripe.com. Right now, I really want to do testing. It's supporting Visa, Mastercard and all such things. So different cards that I can use it over here, especially with the Visa and Mastercard. And I don't have any actual real, looks like, although I need fake cards, but it should have a Visa or Mastercard. So don't use randomly. I'm using it over here like this. See, it's giving you that, okay, the card number is invalid. It's not able to recognize it's Visa or Master. So you say, okay, fine, with this, it's not working. It's fine. Your test is passed. But it's not able to identify, is it a Visa card or a Mastercard? So I really need one dummy Visa card or Mastercard to test. Actually, I really want to test it with that specific card. So what I can do here, you simple right click on it and then go to bug magnet and see these are the payment cards. And then which payment gateway that you are using. So they support multiple like Authorize.net, Braintree, CyberSource, Payflow, PayPal, Speed and Stripe and Vanity. So you can use, let's say I'm using this particular Stripe and then I really want to use a valid credit card or Visa card. Let's see, Visa debit card I really want to use. This is for Visa credit card or Mastercard, Master prepaid card, American Express. So let's say I'm using Visa debit card. So immediately it will recognize, okay, yeah, this is a Visa valid card. And I can use it here. And what is the CVC number that you really want to generate? So let's see, do we have any CVC option? So I'll go to payment cards, go to Stripe and this one. And no. So let's see, incorrect CVC number. Nice. And then let's see correct CVC number. So you can enter correct CVC number 400 for that. And then you can just check that. Let's say I'm randomly entering this is 09 and then the card will expire in 23 and then trying to this. And let's say I'm entering a Naveen here and click on pay. So see, it's not giving that the card is wrong or something. It's saying your card is declined actually. And your request was in the live mode, but used a known test card. So it's saying your card was declined, your request was in the live mode, but you actually used a known test card. So Stripe is also already aware of it for the testing point of view that you are using it. So yes, because for a Stripe, you cannot make the connection with the QA or because there is no Stripe QA environment or a Stripe dev environment. It's a Stripe production environment. Same thing for your QA environment also will be connected with the Stripe real time environment, or you have to mock the Stripe services for that. But let's see, whenever you have to test these kind of application, these kind of use cases, you are already checking on the stripe.com on the actual payment gateway that you are checking it. So that's what the real-time data is very, very important over here, or real-time test data is very important here. So let's see bug magnet, and then you go to once again, let's see payment cards and go to Stripe and let's see boundary workflows. It's saying successful charge, but funds added directly to the available balance. So there are various combinations that they have given, and then charge declined and card declined, incorrect CVC or expired card. So see, this is a combination of the expired card. The card got expired or maybe whatever. Okay, especially being used for that. And let's say I'm really using 23 over here. So it should not accept it obviously because this is a dummy card, but it's actually a Visa expired card. So it's saying the card declined in the live mode, but it's a test card. So it's a test card that is quite known here, right? So likewise, you can generate any payment gateway. It's not about only Stripe, but there are other payment gateways, let's see, Braintree or PayPal if you're using for PayPal also, JCB, American Express, Visa, Discover. There are many things, Mastercard, corporate American Express card. You can check with all these cards and then amazingly you can just do that. And then so it's not about only your payment gateway is not listed over here, but still you can use the data because most of the payment cards are having the similar kind of data, Visa or Mastercard or JCB or American Express, and then you can just get the data from here and then start using it. You have integration with the PayPal, you can easily do these combinations. So you don't need to search for the search for the test data online and then ask from the developers and then share it. Every tester, they can have this particular plugin, and then you guys can start, and then you can do a better test data testing for these scenarios. You can check it here, right? So let's see name on the card, and then the name of the card, I really want to enter something like this. Let's see, go to bug magnet and some name, especially on the payment gateways. So let's see, I'm writing with the Unicode case folding like this. See, big bird. See, can you see the name in a different style? It's coming like this, big bird. So is it really taking or not? So all these things, different combination, you can check. The text size you can decide with white spaces. So let's say I really want to check some text with the white spaces or without white spaces. Let's see, with white spaces, around 128 bytes white space it will generate over here like this. Let's see, if you increase the white spaces, let's see, text size with white spaces around 257B. So the white space is different here like this. Okay, like that it's coming here. See, so if you're entering any address or any information in the form of paragraph that you are entering, and then you can just check my application is taking care of this or not, right? So okay, so there are various things on the text area and registration form, payment gateways. Whenever you have to enter some data for any credit card or anything, you can use these this particular plugin, and it's really helpful to generate some real-time test data. Some amounts you want to enter, number, currencies also, see they have given, let's see, 3 decimal. So they have given KWD or USD or INR. Currency also you can enter over here. Okay, I'm not testing it here. Let's see, just come back here and then try, let's see, something here. And cities that you really want to write, email address, URL that we have seen, numbers also you can check, amount in the form of dollars, currencies you can check that, and payment cards we have already seen, text size with white spaces, without white spaces, some white spaces if you really want to generate, let's see, some leading spaces you want to generate, that also we can do, mixing tabs and spaces, because a space might crash the data sometimes, your database, or maybe some table entry if it is not handled properly. So that also we can do that. Or let's see, just white space. So see, it's generating a white space over here. Can you see some white space got generated? So you can test all these things, because white space is also taking some characters. So your application is really taking care of it or not. Your UI, your application developers or the UI developer, they have given these checks or not. So you can easily check and raise some really good bugs over here. Same thing, let's see, exploits we have seen, Unicode characters if you really want to check that. Let's see, right to left override, I'm not sure. Let's see, fakeapple.com like this. This is a HTTPS apple.com that is given. So let's see, fake some data, Unicode data that you are entering. Let's see, some emoji that you really want to write, variation selector. So let's see, this is the emoji that you are passing here. So they have like very limited emojis, but emojis will remain same everywhere, but if you really want to enter, you can add that here. So let's see, in the variation, regional indicators, let's see, US flag. So this is a US flag that I really want to enter. So see, maybe in the text area, you can enter some flag over here as well, like this. So this is something I found this plugin very helpful, especially for the manual testing point of view, whenever you're doing the testing, not for automation, obviously, but for manual testing point of view, it will be easy and quick, and some out of the box scenarios you can check with the actual data that actually a user is using it on the real-time applications. Because if you're checking with some basic data or ABCD data, then it's not going to help you much. And then because user can use any kind of data, spatial character, Latin American, Arabic, Chinese, Japanese, invalid, valid, URLs, email ID and everything. So you have to make sure that we are taking care of all these combinations, and then copy pasting the data from maybe some wiki page or from Excel file to here, it takes time. So that will be a very handy thing. You can save a lot of time. Select it, go to bug magnet, and whatever, let's say, postal code in alphanumeric I want to enter, it will be added over here like this. That's it. And then you submit it and then check, observe the result. If it is not working, raise the bug immediately after that. So I hope you will like it. Just simple install it. It's absolutely free of cost. If your company is not allowing to do that, you can just raise a request, you can get the approval, and then after that you can just simple give the data. 30,000 people are already using it. It's absolutely safe. You can go to bugmagnet.org. It's a very simple, lightweight plugin. You can use it and start using it. That's it. And it's available, I think, only on the Chrome, not on other browsers. So that also you have to check. Okay, so that's all for this video. I hope you like it. Subscribe to the channel, share this video with others, with other testers in your company. And then if you really want to add some more information about that, you found it, please add in the comment section. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care and God bless you all.